India is making a huge play to overtake China as Apple's most crucial iPhone manufacturing country. Right before the iPhone 17 reveal, Apple just made a bombshell announcement. The company will produce every single iPhone 17 destined for the US right there in India. Apple has been building towards this for years. Just look at the numbers. Nearly 80% of all US sold iPhones now coming from India. For a long time, the common wisdom was that Apple's Make in India initiative was just a backup plan to navigate geopolitical tensions. But the truth is, India has quietly become a highly capable smartphone manufacturing hub. So how did they get here so fast? Apple's first attempts to set up an iPhone supply chain in India traced back to 2017. That year, one of Apple's OEM, Wistron, built its first assembly plant in the Nazapura Industrial Park. They started by assembling first-generation iPhone SE, but Wistron quickly ran into some huge problems. The company brought a demanding, high-pressure work culture similar to what you might find in East Asia to India. The factory reportedly required workers to put in 12-hour days, far exceeding government regulations. To keep up with orders during the pandemic, Wistron often required staff to work on their days off. Worse yet, due to mismanagement, many employees weren't being paid their full wages. The tensions finally exploded in December 2020.
iPhone factory attack, the Karnataka chief minister has given reassurances.
Angry workers stormed the factory, trashing production lines and equipment and causing at least $7 million in damages. Apple immediately froze Wistron's production license in India. The incident was a huge wake-up call for Apple, showing them that building a stable supply chain in India would be very different from China. They couldn't just rely on a single Taiwanese manufacturer. So, Apple brought in two more of its major partners, Foxconn and Pegatron. They were more cautious than Wistron, but still faced challenges like a lack of local trust and tense relationships with labor unions. And that's when a new player entered the game, India's Tata Group. Tata is one of India's largest domestic companies. Its business spans everything from cars and energy to airlines and telecommunications. You could think of them as India's version of Samsung. Tata saw the opportunity with Apple early on. In 2019, Tata Electronics began producing metal casings for the iPhone, officially entering Apple's supply chain. After the Wistron factory riot, Tata decided to take a next step. In 2023, the company acquired Wistron's plant in Nazapura. Tata then built a new factory in the Hosur region of Tamil Nadu, which is primarily focused on producing high-end models like the iPhone 17 Pro. Tata is also using its capital to extend influence, as it now holds a partial stake in Pegatron's Chennai factory. But Tata's ambitions go beyond simply owning factories. The company hopes that one day, Tata Electronics can become the Foxconn of India, not just with the ability to assemble phones, but to also produce a wide range of components and even provide software services for Apple. By bringing in multiple partners, especially local manufacturers, Apple has begun to solve its stability problem in India, and things are starting to get better. With continued investment from Tata and Foxconn, some production lines now feature automated precision robots and advanced quality control systems with machine vision, something that was unimaginable just 5 years ago. These companies aren't just building more advanced factories, they're also helping India build out its entire smartphone supply chain. Supported by Apple and other phone makers, a wave of startups has emerged in India, specializing in component manufacturing and precision machining. Tata Electronics is even preparing to build a semiconductor factory in Gujarat to help the Indian smartphone industry move toward domestic production. While improving technology boosts business efficiency, so does developing talent. After the Wistron incident, Apple and its partners launched extensive training programs for assembly operators and engineers. They helped Indian workers master complex manufacturing processes and automation technology so their skills could meet Apple's strict requirements. Apple's factories in India are also making a strong effort to hire female employees. Data shows that Apple's manufacturing projects in India have attracted 150,000 workers, with 70 to 80% of them being women. Of course, part of this is a cost consideration, as female workers in India have lower wages, but they are also well-suited for the detail-oriented work of precision manufacturing. Through ongoing technical support and training, India is gradually gaining the ability to manage the entire process from iPhone design to mass production, a capability that in the past only China possessed. India's smartphone manufacturing industry is finally having its breakthrough moment. In 2022, more than 98% of the entire Indian market's shipments were made in India, making India the world's second-largest mobile phone producer. Between March 2024 and March 2025, Apple's exports from India reached an incredible $22 billion. The yield rate of iPhones produced in India has also dramatically improved, rising from around 50% in the early days to over 85% today. From early 2025 to April, the percentage of US-bound iPhones assembled in India jumped from 53% to 80%. But behind this rapid growth, India still faces some significant challenges. First is a shortage of high-end components. Critical parts for the iPhone, like camera lenses, batteries, and flash memory, are mostly sourced from East Asian countries. The long process of importing these parts often leads to production delays and higher costs. By comparison, China's supply chain is far more efficient. You can find almost any component you need in electronics markets in cities like Shenzhen. There's also the risk of tariffs. The US has already increased its tariffs on Indian imports from 25% to 50%. President Trump has also repeatedly called for Apple to stop making iPhones in India and move production back to the US. And let's not forget that the Indian government seems to have a mixed relationship with foreign companies that get too big. Both Xiaomi and Samsung have faced scrutiny from the government. Despite all this, none of these challenges seem to be slowing down Apple's Make in India strategy. The brightly lit Foxconn iPhone assembly plant near the Bengaluru airport has already become the company's second-largest factory globally. Bloomberg estimates that by April 2026, the total value of India-made iPhones will reach an incredible $30 billion.
Hi, thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell. We've got more great stories coming your way.